Welcome to the Cryptosphere. This is Cryptogenic coming at you. Today is Tuesday, February 2nd. The crypto market is humming along and things are moving. We've got a few things to talk about tonight. I'm just going to give you a brief overview of where we are and what I see happening in the market. First of all, I'm going to turn to the Bitcoin chart. The Bitcoin chart is actually looking rather strong. As you can see, we had lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and then we broke out of this trend of lower highs and established a higher high, broke back under and hugged that trend line, but confirmed that we are out of that trend and broke solidly above it, closed several candles above it on the 4-hour chart. And now we are using this line of $35,540 as support. I see a couple of things happening. First of all, I think it's going to come up and try to test this line around $38,000, and it could range in here for a while before it starts breaking above these higher levels of resistance. So with that being said, Bitcoin is not done. It's not done moving up. It has not hit its actual correction yet. It still has a ways to go up. In the short term, we're overbought in the RSI, but the MACDs are bullish. You see these trend lines down here. The 50 is at the bottom, which is somewhat bearish, but the 100 and 200 are both, well, at least the 200 is pointing upward. So that means it's not done. It's going to pull the 50 up. And eventually, this price action will start coming down to try to meet this 200 EMA. So, but with that being said, that's simply short term. I think Bitcoin has plenty of juice left in it. So if you're in Bitcoin, congratulations, because I think there's probably in the not too distant future a new all-time high for you to celebrate in. My hopes are in Litecoin right now. I just really believe that Litecoin is getting ready to make some tremendous progress. As you can see, just like Bitcoin, we had this downward trend of lower highs, and all of a sudden Litecoin broke above that trend line and formed support right here at 141, and now it's hitting resistance at about $153. When it broke out of the triangle, actually drew a triangle here, and a measured move takes us up to about $213 in the midterm. And by midterm, I mean somewhere around, I don't know, 4 to 6 weeks would be my guess. Yeah, I've got high hopes for Litecoin this year. You all know I've said it I've said it in most of my videos that I'm very bullish for Litecoin this year, especially with the partnership with the Flare network and the airdrop that's coming up next year. All right, now let's talk about the great disappointment that we had. Let us look at XRP USD. So on the one hand, this was a failure, but on another hand, this was a win. First of all, I hope you did not FOMO buy into this thing and lose money. I hate to see people lose money. The thing I hate the most about seeing engulfing bearish candles like this is that it means some folks got hurt. It means some folks got liquidated, and especially this wick right here. It means there were people buying it all the way up here, and bam, the bears just shoved it right down our throats. And so these are liquidations and losses and people thinking that it was going to be something, and it was not anything. Honestly, I thought it was going to pump much higher than it did. However, thankfully, I did not sell a single coin in my bag. I traded it in my Patreon group, but we set our stop losses above our buy-in point as soon as we were profitable, and so we did not lose money. We locked in a small profit, mostly neutral for us in that regard. However, on the other hand, it's a win, and the reason it's a win is because if you think about it, before the announcement of that Telegram group, we were down here at 28.29 cents, and now we're up here at 38.39 cents, and we're ranging between 35 cents and 39 cents. We're probably going to range in here for a while XRP gets its bearings. while the market regains its confidence, while the world figures out what's going to happen, what I expect is at some point, who knows how long, there's going to be some unexpected good news about XRP, and all of a sudden it's going to be off to the races. It's going to participate in altcoin season just like everything else. Let me get rid of that trend line. No reason why it's there at this moment. All right. Now, if you remember, I said I expected it to look something like Dogecoin. I said that I think the day before or the 2 days before that it would spike and then settle somewhere above where it spiked, and it did exactly that. Dogecoin actually has had a couple of iterations of that so far. Spike, come down, spike, come down. And here's what I see with Dogecoin. Dogecoin actually has broken out of its triangle here. It's broken out on the bullish side of its triangle. And so I think it's possible that Dogecoin could be heading back up towards 5 cents to retest that. It's a possibility. I think it's somewhere around a 60% possibility when you break out of a triangle. Bullish to measured move can take you up to that spot. So that's a possibility, not promising anything. This is not trading advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Trade at your own risk, buy at your own risk, and sell at your own risk. But this is just what I see. Ethereum. Everybody's talking about Ethereum, and rightfully so. I mean, this is the time in the market when Ethereum presses toward new all-time highs. But if you look at these two trend lines, this is what Ethereum has been doing. And basically, it's just been kind of, even though this is a bullish progression, it's been ranging in this progression. It keeps going up, touches the top of the line, touches the bottom of the line, touches the top, touches the bottom, touches the top, touches the bottom, comes to the middle, fakes out, goes back to the bottom, touches the top. So the question is, when is Ethereum going to break out of this trend? And which direction is it going to break out of this trend? So the fact that it touched this line tells me that it could either come back down and retouch this line over here, or it could break out above this line. And once it breaks out above this line, as long as it confirms that it's a real breakout, then it's going to press much higher. Now, the thing you need to understand about trend lines is that every time you touch a trend line, it gets weaker. So this trend line is weaker here on the fourth try than it was on each of these previous tries to break it. That trend line, I mean, it's pressing against that trend line. This could be the moment that it breaks above. It could be a fake break above and break back down. It could be, stop loss hunters that push it up and then crash it again. Or it could come back down and test this line or come down to the middle of this area. It doesn't have to touch the line and then touch it a fifth time. But one of these times, I would imagine either this time or the next time, it's going to break above this line is what I would expect. And when it does, it's going to press toward much higher heights. The other side of it, though, is that this line is just as weak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's already touched this line 5 times. It's touched the top one 4. So I would imagine if it did come back and test this line, we might be in trouble. It might break down beneath it. That might be a bearish sign. So for me, Ethereum is untouchable right now because it hasn't told me the direction it's actually moving. Moving right along, I'm looking at THETA coin. I am very bullish on THETA coin, and THETA coin has been making this triangle, and it's the same kind of thing. All you got really are 2 trend lines. It's touched this line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, basically 5 times. It's touched this line 3 times, basically, or 4. You could count both of these. So it's going to break out of here one way or the other. And typically in a triangle, if you enter a triangle from beneath, it's a bullish pattern. It's a reversal pattern, basically. And if you enter a triangle from above, it's a bearish pattern. So I think it's a high probability. So I think the probability in my mind is that we're going to break out of here bullish, and we're going to see THETA press on toward higher heights. I'm very bullish on THETA. My number for THETA is minimum $20 this year, but I'm actually expecting more like $40 to $50 for THETA token this year. And then the last one I'll take a look at here is ADA, Cardano. Same type of thing. Everything is ranging these days. Everything is in a pattern these days. And once we start seeing coins break out of their patterns, then altcoin season is in full effect. I mean, at a certain point, ADA is going to break out of here and leave these two trend lines way behind. I'm super bullish on ADA. Cardano, I think, is going to soar this year. I think it's going to explode by the end of the year. I have my bags of Cardano. I'm expecting a $10 Cardano before the end of this year. So yeah, I'm very bullish. Right now, it's touched this line again. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's touched this one a lot more. So if it does touch this line, it could break down and come back to retest some of these lower levels. Like it could come back to retest 30 cents, could come back to retest 24 cents. I'm not worried either way. I mean, if it comes back down to retest 25 cents, that would be a great moment for me because I would definitely buy some more, just increase my bags. Because in the long run, I am absolutely bullish on Cardano. All right, folks, that's my quick market update. That's what I see. All is well. Everything's moving. Nothing's wrong. As long as your investment portfolio is strong and you're highly diversified, you're not all in on one coin, all your hopes and dreams are not dashed if one thing doesn't become what you thought it would be. Of course, I'm super bullish long-term on XRP. I'm expecting at least a $20 XRP before the end of this year. I'm bullish on LTC. I'm bullish on THETA token. I'm bullish on Cardano. But it takes patience, and the market grows as impatient people transfer their assets into the pockets of patient people. So I don't know about you, but I want to be the patient person who waits for it to break down so I can buy it from some impatient people. I don't want to be the impatient person that sells it at the bottom. With that being said, don't let this market soak up all. Don't let this market take away all of your attention. Don't let this market command your attention. Don't let it keep you awake at night. Don't be watching the charts all day. Keep in mind that you're much happier in life if you sleep in peace every night, wake in joy every morning, and walk in love every day. And with that being said, that's all I got for you tonight. This is Cryptogenic signing out.